y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the,
We're all here. Hey, welcome back to the Tailgate Talks Season 2, Episode 4. We appreciate your continued support. We're going to jump right in because we got a lot of sports to talk about, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into this fucking Red Bull. Red Bull!
Tito's.
Come on! Come on, Red Bull. We're waiting for you. Oh.
It's so cold.
Whoa, that was
That's
so
why you leave it out of the fridge.
Oh!
I got a head start because I didn't want to be last this time.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Is that a fresh one?
Oh, that's why I shook it up. That's why I shook it up.
Oh, I'm congested, and that just fucked me up.
I can't wait.
Oh.
I can't wait for our first guest to come on here.
Oh,
probably next week.
Oh, God.
And have to do that.
Wow. That's,
Welcome to the show.
welcome, bitch. Here's some rhino. Snort it.
Oh, my golly.
Thanks for watching us, guys. We appreciate it. We're season 4. We're episode 4. Sorry, not season 4. We'll get there eventually. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple Pod, and we are on YouTube. If you want to see our beautiful faces, I did not check our audio. Am I loud as fuck again?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're always.
I'm always loud. It's more so Callie needs to be louder, is I think what it is.
It's your fault that I'm crying. Now.
I know. But please continue your support. We do appreciate it. Thank you. And again, if you want to see our faces, we are on Spotify video. I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing that you weren't on a video. So everyone's like, oh, you do a fucking video on it? I was like, yeah, I thought that was just normal. Didn't know. And we're on YouTube. So, and then if you just want to listen to us, Apple Pod's the way to go. Oh, fuck. Here, talk for a second. I got to pull up that wheel.
Oh, okay.
Don't say the fuck word.
So we're going to start this show how we normally start it. Josh is going to get it together. There's a little wrinkle to what we're doing today. We have a wheel, number 1 through 99.
Zero.
Zero
Not
through
through
99.
0,
I apologize. 0 through 99 for who wore it best. So we have no idea what number is going to come up. And
Yeah, we're good. I think it's just, we it's not like we cheated before. It was just so we would pull it up. We would say who we originally thought, and then that was it. But I feel like this will be fun. Okay. Do you want to see the wheel? Here's a beautiful wheel. I took some time to do it. You can take a look at it. That's all the numbers. I shuffled them. And if we got the number already, Duff, we'll
Pick somebody new.
we'll spin again.
oh, okay. I don't remember what numbers we've
Big
done.
money, big money, big money.
No whammies.
Somebody text you.
Son of a...
Oh, someone text me. Who is that?
What an ugly number.
66?
What an ugly number.
I told you, if we got fucking 60s, 70s,
66.
66.
It's a pitcher.
God, that number sucks.
I can't even think.
An O lineman? What is
It's an O lineman. It's a pitcher. Maybe a random hockey player.
what does Glasgow wear?
Ooh, 60. I think he's 60. 60.
60?
No,
60,
68 is
yeah, I
it.
think he's 60.
even.
Fuck. Do we want a backup number? Do we just want to skip it? Is that allowed?
Let's spin again.
Yeah, spin again.
I was going to say, brother, I looked it up, and there is linemen from, like...
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up just as apologizing.
and
Oh, this is a good one.
66s.
This is a good one. We'll all have someone for this.
Brian Abreu.
Number
90.
Okay.
I got one that popped in my head right away.
I did, too. I actually had 2 pop in my head right away.
Okay, cool. I can't close that.
I'll go with, he's currently in the NFL, and boy, is he a damn good D-end. TJ Watt.
That's a solid one.
He is really good at football. So I just went present day. There was another one I was thinking of, but I'll let to see if one of you guys say it.
Yeah, my mind first went to one of my favorite players growing up.
Yep.
He actually, I don't know if you're thinking the same one. Started in Carolina. Was a bit of a journeyman after that.
Don't do it. It's the only other one I got.
What? It's okay.
Peppers?
Yeah.
Ah.
Julius, man. He.
All right, I got another one.
My 2 were Watt and Peppers.
There's another one.
There's more.
I know, those are my
Dig
top
in
2.
there, man. Come on. What about the old? Oh no, he's 92. I'm sorry.
He wore 90 for the Lions.
Who?
Big fella in the center. Didn't what did Sue wear? Didn't Sue wear 90?
No.
The Lions?
93.
No, he was 90.
He was
Was
90
it?
with
Oh,
the
he was
Lions.
93 in
Bucks.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
That's who I was.
Yeah.
I had three pop in my head.
Yeah, I had Sue, and then there's another DN, isn't there?
I mean, there's got to be.
I thought Sean Rogers was 90, but he was 92.
You know,
What about other sports? What do you
Pierre
got?
Paul.
He was 90?
Some
JPP.
point.
Jay Tuck was 92. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. Not Strahan. It was Pierre Paul.
Oh, Strahan was 92.
Yeah.
What was Tuck? 72?
I don't know.
That's a weird fucking number for a D lineman.
Um,
Yeah, that's what I got. I think
I got one.
Peppers
I got
was-
one. The Freak.
Oh,
Javon Curse.
was he 90?
Yes, with the Titans.
Yeah, it was.
He wasn't 99?
90. Got to be 90. I could picture it.
Okay, I can't. I'm
I
not
can picture
I'm
it.
not picturing it.
Oh, no.
I can picture it.
All right, search it up, man. See what
Fact
you find.
check me.
See what you
Javon
got.
Curse, Titans.
Yeah, God, the freak. He was sick, man. Where else did he go? Eagles?
Yeah, he was
He
unreal.
he
his
slept.
first few
He
years.
slept it around too.
Um,
That's a big D lineman number.
Yeah.
DN. What was
It's not often I can't think of like a ton of even like Michigan guys that
Right.
190.
well, because everyone's fucking wearing teens now on the D line.
I know Chris Jenkins wears it now for the Bengals.
Yeah. I got any interior Wolf or he was
Julius
98.
Peppers, TJ Watt, Neil Smith. These are all Larry Brooks, Darnell Dockett. JPP did wear 90.
Good call.
Sue did wear 90 with the Lions.
Nice.
Michael Brockers,
Okay.
Javon Curse.
Curse.
There you go.
There we
Good call.
go.
You got it. Crushed it.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Okay.
Another good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we crushed that.
Go ahead and look up 66. while you're at it.
I looked up 66.
Yeah, did
dude.
you
It's
get
a
anyone?
bunch of fucking linemen from the
20s because no one even wears 66 anymore.
I saw Brian Abreu. And
Alan
Brian's not Bobby.
Fanenka,
Not Bobby.
Yeah.
George Andre,
Oh.
Billy Shaw.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Beth athletes to wear my number 66
I knew
to 99.
I knew we were gonna hit in that spot. It's all right. Hey, 99 or 90 was great. So is that
another
who you went
6.
with? I'm going with Peppers. I think that and I'm going with Carolina. I think that the black is original. You can't go Packers with him, but
I'll stick with Curse for mine then.
I'll stick with TJ. He's a dog.
love it. All right, well we're gonna switch gears here, and we normally get into your Michigan, your Lions, your football because that's what our wheelhouse is. But we got a team doing some shit here in Detroit. That is wild, and that is your Detroit fucking Tigers.
Eat 'em up, Tigers. Eat 'em up.
We are no longer. Are we chasing?
No.
We are no
No.
longer chasing the Twins or the Royals.
You're tied
We are
with
tied
the
with
We are
Royals.
tied with the Royals, and we're 4 games back from the Orioles. We
One
have
up
6
from the
games left, and we apologize because the Tigers are playing right now.
They start in 21
Yeah,
minutes.
so bit of a different time. I know they moved it on us.
Which
But
is
hey,
why we're doing this.
Yeah,
We
I
were
mean,
going to do
we'll-
it today to
lot-
try to have this out in
a
front.
lot of shit's going on. So what do you think? What do you?
First off, Scooble Day. Scooble Day. Let's go.
Yep.
It's a big deal too because 6 games left. I mean, Scooble could possibly pitch again Sunday, so I think it's important. As cool as that is, and it's nice to have that safety net and know that we can pitch him twice. I think it's even more important to handle business, clinch, and give him the day off Sunday. Let him pitch game 1 of the wild card. So that's my goal.
That's I think everybody wants to see that happen.
And-
That would be lovely.
And is the wild card? Is it just a game or is it a series?
3-game series.
Yeah, with the way they changed it a couple years ago, now there's 3 wild card teams, and honestly, if people have asked, it's similar to like the way the NBA does the play-in games. So basically, the way it plays out now, the worst record division winner, which is going to be the Astros, that's already locked up, is going to play the final wild card team at home in a 3-game series. So right now, that would be Astros versus Twins.
Twins.
And then the middle 2, the top one, which is currently the Orioles, and it's probably going to be the Orioles. The only way we'll hop the Orioles or anyone will is if we win 5, they lose 5 of the last 6. So it's going to actually 4 for the Tigers because
we have the tiebreaker. Right.
So if we hop them, but as it sits right now, the Orioles will host a 3-game series versus the next team. So that would be the Tigers. Personally, I would like to stay where we're at. I mean, reason being, these young guys. Well, we've taken 4 or 5 of the last 6 against. There's a reason we got the tiebreaker against the Orioles.
Right.
They've beat them in Camden. So
We just did.
Let's go ahead. Let's keep it rolling. They
They
already
just
got
took
that
2
feel
of
good
3
through.
in Camden.
Yeah, so I think it's different than having to go to Houston, and that's it. just something they haven't done. We haven't been out there since early in the season, so let's keep it going. So
Yeah.
I like where it's at. Let's just handle business and stay in that second wild card spot.
And I think Hinch is doing a freaking awesome job of not letting them get ahead of themselves.
One game at a time.
And that's all it is.
Yep.
It's one game. It's just one game against Baltimore.
Yep.
It's another game against Baltimore. That's all it is. And
Yep.
I think it's been working, man.
It's like
awesome.
So I saw one of his interviews where he's like, "We're not like yes, we're one game at a time," but he's like, "We're breaking it down into one at bat, one inning at a time." Like, and if you look at how they're 27-12, right? And they're
Yeah.
like they're the hottest team since August was it 10th or 1st,
10th.
August 1st.
Yeah.
They're 27-12. That's incredible. And Kelly just sent us that video before we jumped on here, which super erect. But hearing his interview talking about how they're winning one inning at a time, and if you break down their games, that's how they're playing baseball. Defensively, offensively, timely hitting. Like it's been
How about
awesome.
How about the news yesterday too? Jackson Jobe.
Welcome to the show, young fella.
So how do you think they're going to use him?
Man,
He's going to be in the bullpen.
The bummer, obviously, he can't pitch in the playoffs.
Right.
The way the Major League does it, he had to be called up before September 1st. So that being said, he's up here for 6 games. He's going to be in the bullpen. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him 3 times. I mean, inning here. You know how they've been doing it with with the relief games and the openers and stuff. We'll see how that first. Well, maybe he pitches today. I'd expect him to maybe get an inning today, and depending on how it goes. Again, I expect him to see it 2-3 times out of the bullpen.
I was going to say,
What was I was going to say, what was his comment that you said to
When
me?
we got asked.
Oh,
Empty
and he,
the tank.
what?
Yeah.
Empty
I'm
the
here to
tank, so-
empty the tank.
Yes.
Yeah, it's.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think
Fucking love that.
I think if they clinch before Sunday, I bet he gets to start Sunday. I could see that happening
in place of Scooble.
in place of Scooble. The only reason I don't see that happening is because of momentum.
Yeah, and the other wild card there at play is who knows if he, being a young arm, you know how they do it in the major leagues these days. Like if he pitches an inning today and an inning or 2 Thursday or Friday, I'd be shocked to see him get anything more than 3-4 innings at a time.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see him regardless. He's been unreal at every level, and yeah, nothing but good things. Analytics and. What was he, number 3 pick for us?
3 and 22?
He's still 21 years old.
What was it, 21 or 22?
21.
21.
Yeah.
So we've been waiting.
Yeah. So, and I mean, we drafted him 19 right out of high school. So
Yep.
I just remember that pick. Everyone's like, "What the fuck? Another young pitcher? Are you kidding me?"
yeah,
And there we go.
yeah, panning out.
Pretty, yeah.
He's had nothing but good things. Everybody that's again every level just dominant. So
Yeah. So now, our bullpen has been pretty
Unreal.
fucking key to this
Unreal.
this run here, and we've had some okay, we're in a jam. We fucking put this pitcher, and it's like 2 pitches, we're out of it.
Yep.
Are they going to put Job in that situation? I mean, what do you think?
Fall in
That's
line,
just
man.
like, hey, test them out.
Yeah.
If you can't do it now, you ain't gonna fucking do it. Or,
Well, here's the thing.
Or do you just stick with what you've been fucking doing and just put him in a position where there's a better chance to succeed than put him into the fire?
I hope first appearance isn't quite as high leverage, but depending on how that goes, if he comes in, yeah, man, I think he has the stuff. And as far as like the accolades and everything that got him here, we aren't pulling him up early. I mean, he's proved himself.
Yeah,
and-
he's ready.
The good news for us is he has the best pitching coach in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, man.
With him.
Federer is unreal.
We'll say it again.
Lifetime contract.
Please make him a Tiger for life. I don't
Yes.
care what he wants. Pay him. Please make him a Tiger for life, because what he's done with this bullpen, I mean, we don't have a rotation, and we're fucking
Really don't.
winning games. We don't have a rotation.
No, we just got pitchers.
We have Scooble.
We got pitchers.
Reese Olson's back, but we
not-
have Scooble and pitchers.
Yeah.
And pitchers.
And pitchers.
One random thing that hit me this morning, and it actually made me a little sad for a second. I was looking in my closet, and I'm like, all right, what am I going to wear on the? It's podcast day. What do I want to wear? And I came across my Miggy jersey, man, and I just thought,
Ooh.
why couldn't this happen 1 year sooner? How awesome would it have been in Miggy's last year to be making this run, have him be a part of that? And it wasn't. You can say what you want about his contract. You can say what you want about the lineup and everything with it. He was still a 240, 250 hitter, which unfortunately would be one of our better averages. And he still was clutch. He still was having fun. He still was playing good baseball. I mean, could you imagine him being on this year's team, and not talking about will we be better, will we be worse?
No, just the joy of watching him.
How awesome
Yeah.
if we could have did this 1 year sooner. So I was like, So I was thinking about Miggy. Almost wore the jersey today, but I'll be thinking about him the next 6 games. So I hope.
Right, but also having him on there, like the game. I don't want to say the game was. It wasn't too fast for him because he still was decent.
Yeah,
Still hit the baseball.
He could. It's just
even if he's just on the team getting a pinch hit here and there, man. It just
Can you imagine if we played Houston?
If we
and
just
it's
lined up-
him, Verlander in a key situation in a game.
hinge managing. Yeah,
Hinge
with hinge
managing,
managing.
Like, that's storybook shit. But
that's good shit.
I'm excited. I'm happy for it's just if you weren't watching, are you watching now?
Yeah.
And if not, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And the other shit too, like I've been seeing a lot of stuff like, oh, don't jump on the bandwagon now, man.
Jump on.
No one was on the bandwagon when they weren't fucking winning shit and all that. Like, it's fun.
Yeah.
Fucking jump on the bandwagon.
There's plenty of room.
Everyone's fucking welcome. Enjoy it because this shit doesn't happen. And I think 97-1 has kind of touched on it a bunch of times. I think it was like the 76 Mets that were that far down to make the playoffs, and they're fucking making history.
And that's the thing. I think because there's so much else going on, football season starting, college, everything.
Right.
They slid under the radar a little bit, and there are some people that are reluctant, like they don't want to get burned, and I get it with like the way the Red Wings season ended, but it's like the Red Wings were the opposite. The Red Wings were a little ahead of schedule, doing a little better than they expected, But this is
We're not supposed to be here again.
Playing with house money.
Yeah,
and
it's fun.
This run, they're fun to watch too. Like defensively, they're playing such good baseball. They run the bases aggressively, and you can tell they're just it's something weird about baseball.
Well, that's
sometimes.
like looking at the roster. We are literally a decade older than every person on the Tigers.
Yeah, I think I saw something.
Right, we're young.
With Joe being called up yesterday.
We're young.
Yeah.
I think there are 26 or 27 players on the roster. 10 of them are rookies with Judd coming up.
It's wild, man.
What's going on?
Right.
Let's rally behind these guys. And
it's so sweet that's happening. All the experience that they're getting.
I know the game time was switched today, so it's probably not going to be a huge crowd in Detroit. But I really hope, the next 2 games in this weekend series, Friday, Saturday, Sunday versus the White Sox.
Who've given up on baseball.
Yeah, and it's setting up for an awesome end of the weekend, we were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, imagine the Tigers clinch a wild card spot. Lions play Monday night in Detroit, and then we get a wild card game Tuesday.
Fucking wild.
Super cool. So
do you I think back to our team meeting that we go on every June to a Tigers game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just not really paying much attention about the game. Didn't care. Shame on me back then.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get it. They weren't good, but I love baseball. I'm purposely staying away from them because I want to go to a game this weekend. I have the time to go Saturday or Sunday, but I'm staying away.
Why?
I'm not doing that to them.
Because you're what?
Superstitious.
That's all right. Same reason why we are taping today on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
We normally tape on Wednesday, but it is a Scooble pitching day, and that's what we've done the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks? 3 weeks.
3 weeks in a row on Scooble Day.
Since we started.
Yeah, which actually transitions greatly to my next thing here. Superstitions, man. Obviously, you said it, today's school day, and we're just yep, we have to tape. What superstitions did you have when you played, or that you can remember? Doesn't matter what sport, but what's just something that, you want to touch on that you did? Either of you guys?
I think I was probably more superstitious in baseball than I was during football. I mean, football I wore the same undershirt, but I feel like that was just because of comfort. Baseball I had the same approach every time I was on deck. I did the same thing. Every time I was coming to the plate, I had the same routine. And I don't know what it is about baseball and superstitions. I feel like they're probably higher in baseball than any other sport.
I was gonna say that. So if you got in, because we both played baseball, right? Yeah. I did not. So
we met at a young 16-year-olds playing baseball against each other, and then we played with each other.
Nice. So
from that day on,
if you guys were in a hitting drought or whatever, did you change it up?
No, I hit more in the cages.
Yeah.
So, but your pregame, whatever, that was all the same.
Played the same.
It was just the preparation prior before that you guys changed.
That was my thing. I mean, I never had any like crazy superstitions, but I was very routine oriented. It was always the same routine, the same lead up, the same on deck circle, the same, things like that. I honestly, as far as like actual superstitions go, I was almost the opposite, to where the second someone would mention a superstition, I'd be like, get that out of my head, because I don't want to let that thing. Like a common thing these days, we golf. Like we got Kevin DiVirgilio is every other day he's talking to me about a different putter he's using, and I'm like, stop it. Don't talk. Like, well, now I'm doing this with a putter. I'm like, no. Well, now I got this putter. I'm like, when I'm putting, I want to go back to my putt days and just see the ball, hit the ball, put it in the hole.
Go to your home ball.
It's that simple. Like, and I understand that it's not, but it's like shooting a free throw, man. I don't want anything else to enter my brain. So I try to keep it out. But
I guess when I played, you're probably right. It wasn't superstition. I think it was just routine.
Yeah.
But looking at it, I guess it's kind of superstitious, but it was really just a routine of doing the same thing.
Wasn't it nothing weird that you guys did?
I mean, don't step on the foul lines.
That's a must. Don't step on the pitcher's mound either.
Don't step on the pitcher's mound. Don't step on the foul lines.
There's in baseball. There's a lot of like, it's the unwritten rules.
Yeah.
Right.
So those are things that you absolutely do not do. Shoot.
So I had a weird one. So after our Thursday practice, which was normally a walkthrough, this is just for football, obviously. We would shower, and we had team dinner in our cafeteria where they would bring in food and all that. And we had to go to 7-Eleven, me and my buddy Todd, which I've brought him up a couple times. We had to drive the same way. We had to take my car. I was in the same parking spot. We had to park in the same parking spot. We went and got Arizona iced teas. We would get 4. 2 each.
You were so strict on this that you didn't even let them change the price.
So strict. That's the only reason that it's still 99 was because of this.
That's fair.
Todd would crack it open when I started backing up. I wouldn't crack it open until a certain time. I had to chug my can before we got back. Like this is, 21 in Romeo Plank to Dakota. Didn't have too much time there. And then we would bring the other one in.
Okay.
The only week we didn't do it was the game we lost.
Jeez.
So we were like, fuck, it is a superstition. So now we had to do it. We did it every fucking game, and we're like, Coach tried to change the time of it. I'm like, Coach, we're going to be late. Like, if we don't do it, we're going to lose. So that was one. Clothes. I had a Under Armour shirt and a T-shirt. I wore 2.
Yeah.
I don't like to sweat. I wore 2 shirts every game.
Yeah.
They were beat to shit by the end of the season.
That's a fucking lineman thing to do.
What?
Yeah.
Wear fucking baggy T-shirt under jerseys.
It wasn't a baggy T-shirt.
It was a T-shirt.
It was
a sleeveless shirt.
It was a...
I know what it was. It's a fucking lineman thing to do.
But I had an Under Armour dry fit one underneath it, though. It was also like a T-shirt because it was so beat. It wasn't tight. So, yeah. That was what I did. I mean, I'm not going to go over the other superstitions that some of my other teammates did because they're fucked up. But we'll just leave it at that.
I had a teammate that would never wear the same pair of socks twice. He would throw them out every time. I was like, "What is?" And we went to football camp, brought a whole pack. I was like, "What are you doing?" But one thing that I did in high school football that I wish I wouldn't have done is I ate like shit and drank pop all day before the games.
I was gonna say,
and then I show up to the games as a high school kid, not knowing anything about nutrition, and I'd be like, "Why am I cramping up? Why don't I have energy today?" And
have you seen the stuff about McCaffrey?
Oh no,
how he was groomed as
I was thinking St. Brown with the Coke.
Oh, no, yeah. That's what happened. I'm guarantee it, man. But McCaffrey, his dad would be like, you're wearing light clothes. I don't want you moving around a lot on game day. Yeah. Like, this is what you're doing and whatever. And he's like, that's been embedded in me since I was like a child.
I wish Dylan would have did that.
Yeah.
Dylan fucking ate pizza and drank
Not
pop.
fat Dylan. I'm talking about Dylan McCaffrey.
Sorry,
Michigan Dylan McCaffrey. Dylan's out here catching strays.
You said Dylan. That's the only fucking big dummy we talk about.
For those that don't know, Michigan had a quarterback, Dylan McCaffrey.
The only one who hasn't panned out.
The only brother of the family that is not currently in the NFL.
NFL athlete.
Speaking of the young McCaffrey, had a touchdown yesterday.
He had a good game yesterday. Yeah.
Had a baby. So superstitions are real. It happens, man. Bringing us into Michigan, man. You guys were there.
Yeah.
What a day.
Tell me about the atmosphere.
What a day in Ann Arbor, man. It was
insane.
Unreal. I told you guys both, and I think everyone agreed, it was been at a lot of games over the years. It was the loudest non-Ohio State I've heard that stadium in a long time. They really rallied behind the defense. Those big third downs late in the game, and when Mullings broke that last run. Like,
Holy shit.
if there was a roof on that stadium, it was coming off. It was unreal.
It's that spin breakout, get loose,
And
nuts.
It was such a game of so many emotional swings where you go in not really knowing what to think. We go up 14-0. Oh, we're going to win this game. And then all of a sudden they come back like, uh-oh. And then Will Johnson gets the pick 6. We're going to win this game.
Then he
They
gets
come
hurt.
back. We get the strip sap. We're going to win this game. Ken Grant gets stripped. Oh, no. And then,
That part, that was the biggest emotional
yeah,
swing of a football game I felt in a very long time.
so you factor in all of that,
I don't know, man.
and then we get to,
Lions game
yeah,
in the playoffs was a pretty big fucking
Yeah.
swing. Sorry.
that was just one swing.
Yeah,
It was
one
just
huge
terribly
fucking
long
swing.
But you get through all that, and again, we'd been there since 7-8 a.m. 3:30 game, so you're already kind of physically exhausted. Now you're mentally and emotionally exhausted. We got a third down. We got 85 yards to go, and everyone in the stadium, 110,000 people, knows we cannot pass the ball. And Mullings breaks that run. It was unreal.
It's perfect. It was fucking perfect.
It was crazy.
So-
Welcome to the Big Ten, USC.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Fucking
say-
A. That was their first Big Ten game, right?
First Big Ten game,
First
yep.
Big Ten game. It was a little different for me. Awesome experience for me. First time I think I went to a game in the last decade, not sitting by Callie. I got to bring my 7-year-old niece to her, who is a giant Michigan fan. She knows the fight song
Nice.
inside and out. She got to experience the big house, and she battled through. But we got down early. Me, my niece, my sister went down. We had a few drinks in a parking lot. We went over, say hi to Kelly at the tailgate, and then like he said, the emotional swings of that game were unbelievable. I'm holding my 7-year-old niece when he was breaking that run. I almost threw her down the stands. She was cheering. Her favorite chant is "It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine." That's her new favorite chant. She was saying it. The
whole
fact
ride home.
that I don't know how she didn't fall asleep on the way home because I was ready to fall asleep. My 7-year-old niece is chanting "It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine" for an hour and 9 minutes home.
I love it.
So like that experience for me was awesome. To mention that that run was electric, and then when he threw the ball on third down, I was like,
I was mad about
it was
that.
another emotional swing. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? What are we doing? And then
Second down, yeah. But yeah.
on the
Yeah,
second
man.
down, because
Just-
then he had a 2-yard gain on,
Yep.
and we were 4th and goal from the 2,
Yep.
and we went back to bully football.
Yep.
So we can run the ball. Felt pretty confident about that. What's your take on Orgy, man? Is he
First off,
is he going to start the rest of the year?
he's the guy for now, for sure. And
Yeah.
he could be the guy the rest of the way. Now, that being said, like,
And I think they're kind of. I feel like, sorry not to cut you off, but I felt like they had, and I think we mentioned this last time, 2 different offenses,
Yeah,
right?
but-
And now we have to convert to that other offense.
and that, my thought is we need to have 2 different offenses. I don't know how much of this other offense we've had installed.
Right.
But, yeah, now they need to really
Right.
lean heavy into that one. And I think that's what they're going to do. Sharon, he hinted at that in his press conference this week that, now it was kind of almost like an emergency week of prep. And now you can really start to fully ingrain him in the offense, add some plays specifically for him.
Yeah.
The only goal they had, and Orgy said this as well, is do not turn the ball over, ball control. We saw it. Dominate the line, pound the ball, do not turn the ball over. And, I mean, it worked. We got to win. It's not going
We
to.
have 279 rush yards.
I think we got over
Yeah.
we were right at 300.
Yeah, I know we had
I mean, it looked like
37 yards passing.
It looked like a Michigan game.
Yeah.
Like we pounded the fucking rock.
Yeah. And,
Passing, it made me nervous. You know.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Anytime he stepped back, you're like,
yep.
ugh.
So part of that's O-line, too. The
know.
O-line meshed for run blocking. They look great. They got a lot of work to do with pass blocking.
Yep. And that's what
they
we
do.
said. The more this season goes on, that O line's just only going to get better.
And I can think
Right.
of, here's the thing, he's going to have film. Orgy has some film now, right? Like that was, again, that's his first start.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
it's not like, yeah, he's been around, but like that's his
No.
first
It's
fucking
a big
college
deal.
start. Again, in a Big Ten game
Against
against
USC.
Yeah.
a number 11 USC team at the
Yeah.
time. I mean, it's not like an easy task. And I think he's going to watch film. I can tell you, I know there was, I don't know if you remember the corner we threw to tight end. Who's number 17?
Marlon Klein.
So he was open early, and he was late on the throw, and he still almost caught it. Still almost great catch. But like that stuff, like that, like timing stuff, like you don't get that in practice.
Yep.
You don't get game like reps in practice. No matter what you do, no matter how you swing it, game like reps don't happen unless you're in the game. So I think he's only going to get better. He is a freak athlete. Watching him run the football. Did you see when he fucking flipped himself up?
Yeah. Karate Kid style, just from his back.
I saw it happen. Like I was just watching it, and I watched him do it. I was like, "Holy shit! Did anybody else see that?"
So I didn't see it live, and my buddy next to me was going crazy, and I was like, "What?" He's like, "Did you see how he jumped up?" And it was like,
flipped himself
what
off
the
his
hell?
back. I don't know if you've ever tried to do that without football pads on.
Yeah, when I was a kid, could never.
Still
No,
nope,
no.
could never do it.
We do it on trampoline.
He did it with full football pads
You're
on.
right.
I'm excited to see his confidence grow. He's going to bust some long runs too, and like I said, USC was tough, man. They played really good football, and I think their coach had a quote after the game, said like 85% of defensive snaps they felt they won, but the ones they lost big, and that's what happened. So I'm excited to see his confidence grow. I'm excited to see him, and random shout out to post game, my brother does some work with Michigan. He's in the press box. He's in a lot of press conferences. So he probably, Orgy may have recognized him, but he was actually out at B-Dubs in Ypsilanti.
Oh, no shit.
Went out post game, and he's like, "Hey, Alex Orgy's here," and he's like, "I'm not gonna be weird and like go talk to him." And he goes, Orgy was with his dad and another player, and he actually came over to his table, like shook his hand, introduced him, and was super cool post game.
Orgy did?
Orgy went over to his table.
That's pretty
and
sweet.
So he was like super awesome. He said he recognized him and just kind of, just normal, humble, thanks for, So shout out to him. I'm rooting for him, man. Post game interview too. He seems like just a great kid.
He does. I mean, he's his stats for the year is 10 for 18, 47 yards passing.
2 touchdowns.
2 tugs though, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't get to watch all the game because I was kind of out and about on Saturday working, but I saw the times that mattered. I just, and I saw obviously the big plays and all that.
Got to shout out Khalil Mullings, man.
Holy shit.
People can say what they want about Edwards, who's 1, who's 2. I don't think it matters, and I don't think they care, more importantly.
I don't think they do either.
I saw something on Twitter a couple days ago, and actually it was Khalil Mullings' dad shared a picture of Edwards and Mullings like embracing each other, and it was a quote tweet of a picture from last year of Edwards and Corum and a picture from the year before of Corum and Haskins.
That's sick.
And it was just talking about how Michigan, this is how they do it. Like no one cared when Haskins and Corum were there, who was 1, who was 2. No one cared last year, who was 1 or 2.
Are we winning, right?
If some people maybe like, you had some crazy expectations of Donovan Edwards that he was all of a sudden going to become something that he hasn't been.
Correct.
And every down between the tackles, he's still going to break your big runs, just like he has.
He did it on Saturday.
Oh, now you're seeing Mullings. Even go back, Mullings is your Haskins, Edwards is your Edwards. And Corum played that role well when he backed up Mullings. So I remember when he backed up Haskins. So, they'll make it work. I'd like to see us get Edwards a little more involved pass game. Not necessarily lined up at receiver like some people just assume that he should be able to do because he's a running back. But we know he can catch. We know he can run routes. I'd like to see him get, some 2-back sets, some plays out of the backfield. But keep riding Mullings.
Yeah, man. I thought he would have caught more balls. He's got 5 catches. I got their stats up here. 5 catches for 22.
No drops. Tell you that much.
This year. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Mullings is running the rock, looking like a true, elite back, man.
I think we're going to be able to do that more. Because I got to imagine, because of our lack of passing, that we're going to see a ton of man coverage.
Yeah.
And
they're going to load the box up on us. Because why wouldn't you?
I'd love Ben Johnson and
Sharon.
Kirk Campbell, Michigan's O coordinator, and Sharon Moore. Just let's have a meeting of minds. And Donovan Edwards is Jahmyr Gibbs, and David Montgomery is Khalil Mullings.
Yeah,
use them similarly because we're seeing it with Gibbs. We're seeing them get very creative in ways to get him the ball in space.
Right, and that's what you need.
The old hitch and pitch.
That's what.
It's coming.
Yeah,
It's coming. I'm sorry. I got excited.
Yeah.
Got excited. He said his name. I got excited.
But Don, just be your role you were last year.
Yeah, and I think
why do you have to do you don't have to be the premier back. You have your space in the offense. Be it.
And the most important thing too is I think he knows that,
Right.
and I think he's okay with that.
I do too.
It's a lot of the media and some of the fans that are pressing, and Donovan's okay.
I think being on the cover of NCAA was like
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like,
yeah.
100%.
Randomly, and again, some people don't know. I get to be on the field for some of the Michigan games. I do some photography for the team, but so I get to see some things that some people don't get to see it with the access I have. But after the game 3, the Arkansas State game, they're walking up the tunnel. Clell Mullings just had the post-game interview for probably the first time in his career.
right.
And Donovan, they're walking up joking, and Clell was basically like, "Hey man, like don't make me do that again." and Donovan was laughing like, "Hey, like you're the star now, man.
shit,
Sorry,
man."
you got to do it." So, I think they have a great relationship. They're both very okay with it, and I'm excited to see that.
And like you said, it was like Blake and him a year before.
Yep,
it was the
100%.
same shit. So I know we talked about it on text. Any other news about Will Johnson?
Will Johnson, they said he could have finished if he had to, which was a little bit of a head scratcher to me because
It looked like
Might have had to.
we needed him. But the fact that every Monday they do press availability, and they made him available, which means he's playing this week. He's okay.
We'll say the way our secondary stepped up without him.
At Jair Hill.
Jair Hill. That he had a big play
was big.
in that game.
That was
Huge
big.
play in that game.
Yeah, he's still a true sophomore. He's got ate up a little bit this year, so it was big for him to confidence builder and have that big breakup.
That was huge.
But yeah, I think all signs point to Will being okay. We still don't know with Loveland, but again, they made it sound positive. Sounded like he could have won if they had to, but doctors ultimately said it would be best for him to give it another week.
This
or
is
two.
Loveland, or
Loveland.
Yeah.
So do you think he's playing this week against Minnesota?
If it were me, I'd save him and go ahead and roll him out at Washington. The week
Washington.
after.
I was gonna say who's after that.
So
Yeah, and who was the other tight end? What was his name?
Marlon Klein.
Yeah.
Tons of like positive buzz from him from off season,
Yeah.
and he's a freak athlete.
I was going to
He's
say,
shown-
you
Yeah.
see the similarities
Yeah.
between him and Loveland.
yeah,
Just Loveland's
he's one of those
he's a
guys.
difference maker.
He's one of those guys. He's from Germany, and he's only played football for a handful of years.
Yeah.
So he's constantly getting better. And I tell you what, I think who's number 80? He got his first touchdown last week, and then 83 played a lot too. And I picture him, can't say his name, but yeah, you're seeing a lot of the tight ends get some important experience. So
I love it. And Loveland's a junior?
Loveland he's a true junior, but he's him. Loveland, Will Johnson, and Mason Graham are all true juniors that are all probably going round
There we
one.
go.
So let's just treat them all like seniors.
Yep.
So if they don't succeed in what they're looking for, do you think any of them stay back?
No.
I don't. They were so high.
Those who stay will be champions?
And they already are.
Yeah, they already are champions. They were there last year.
I think all three of them would have. I think
That's right.
I think all three of them, and maybe Kenneth Grant as well, might have left last year given the chance. That's how highly touted all of them were.
Yeah.
And so I'd be shocked if any of them come back, but we'll see.
The other one, Josiah Stewart.
Oh my goodness.
You could see the impact he had on the game.
Yeah.
He had 2 sacks, but outside of the 2 sacks, how many? He had 6 or 7 knockdowns. as well?
And it's my biggest complaint right now, and I was frustrated during the game. Wink Martindale is doing these rotations, which I was okay with it against Fresno State. I was okay with it against Arkansas State. He's doing like wholesale, and it isn't just some people have the Montgomery Gibbs frustration. It's very similar to that, but imagine you got your 4 best D linemen, which are Josiah Stewart, Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, and Derek Moore. And then drive 2, none of them are in for the entire drive.
Makes no sense.
And they did it through the whole game. And
Until the end of the game.
Yeah, until the end.
You saw Mason and Josiah on the field.
It was so clear that Josiah Stewart and Derek Moore were getting the best pressure off the edges and the best results. Just, if they need a breather, they need a breather. But I was over
It
the
sure
whole
as shit
stuff.
doesn't look like they need breathers.
So what?
Josiah was unreal.
So why can't you be like, hey, you need a breather? We're ready.
That's what I want.
I hope they go that
Now,
route for.
Is he thinking because I'm subbing these people out, they got that's why they're succeeding? But it's like
I don't know, and I don't know Martindale well enough to know what his thought. At first, I was like, especially the first few drives, I get it, But once you start to see what's working, what's not working,
Leave him in.
Like, and again, Josiah was so clearly the best player. Like Mason Graham, obviously, but as far as edge players, and Josiah Stewart was beating the brakes off that tackle every single play.
Run play, pass play didn't matter.
Every play. I was happy.
Didn't
He won Big Ten Player of the Week.
Good.
So
Yeah,
defensive player of the
three
week.
tackles for a loss, 2 sacks.
Yeah,
3
absolutely, just an unreal performance from
Yeah.
Josiah. So I was happy he was recognized for that.
Yeah. And rocking the 0. It's
Yeah,
nice
man.
to see.
I think he's number 8, isn't
So he's from the same high school as Sanders still. That's part of. He played
is he
it.
really?
And he played at Coastal Carolina his first 2 years out of college, and when he went in the portal, Sanders still was a big reason that he
came to
decided to
Michigan.
commit here. So happy it's working out for him. And yeah,
Mikey with a big fucking hit
I was
yesterday.
going to say,
Yeah.
his name got thrown around
he
a little
jumped
bit.
that little
He
the bubble
jumped that
screen.
fucking
Yeah,
bubble.
who else did they mention?
There's a lot of Wolverines playing yesterday.
Oh, Eric Hall, they said, from Michigan.
Yeah, Eric Hall had 5 or 6 catches.
The play that he,
I love
the
that
one
they said
play
he's
that I was
from
talking
Michigan,
about,
but he had a little bit in Iowa.
he didn't get noticed at Iowa.
Yeah. Dax Hill,
Yeah.
DJ Turner,
DJ Turner.
Chris
Yep.
Jenkins.
Yeah, they're all around, man.
Brad Robbins is on the IR, but yeah, like there's a ton of Wolverines in that game last night.
Yeah, so I mean,
And Jaden Daniels looked good.
yeah, he did. Man.
That
Coming out party for him.
Yep, I'm a Jaden Daniels hype train, and I love it because I hate Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
The better Jaden Daniels does, the better or the worse Caleb looks.
I think
stinks.
I think he might be the 5th or 6th best quarterback from that draft class.
Bo Nix, baby. Coming out party for Bo.
Yeah, Bo looked good too.
We all know how good Jaden Daniels was last year, but have you ever just looked up his stats? I looked him up last night. My brother was asking me, he's like, who's Jaden Daniels? Like, doesn't follow it as closely. And I was like, hey, man, he's better than Caleb Williams. And so he was a Heisman winner. It wasn't even close. I pulled up his stats. 40 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yep.
In his career.
Last year for LSU.
Last year.
Jesus.
Last year.
And then 1,100 yards rushing and 10 more touchdowns.
Wow.
Like, the
He was-
LSU lost 3 games. They gave up like 49 points to Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
They gave up 55 to Ole Miss, and they lost to Bama like 42 to 38.
Mm-hmm.
So their 3 losses, Jaden Daniels lit up all 3 of them. Defense let him down. So it's like, what?
I mean, he
the
won
heck?
Heisman for a reason, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
100%, 100%. But yeah, Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels,
I've been. I like him.
he's very good.
He's
It's fun to watch.
All right, shifting gears, baby. Going to from Saturday to Sunday. You guys were emotionally exhausted from the Michigan game, all that hype, and then at least you got to sleep in. It wasn't until 4:30.
It was
kick.
nice.
You gotta wake up, enjoy those 1 o'clocks, and get ready for the Lions game.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing, yes, we won. We did not come out healthy though.
No, we didn't.
Injury wise, we got Barnes, we got
Davenport.
Davenport is out for the year.
Davenport and Ragnow were the
And
2 worst ones to come out of that.
Yep.
Barnes, they're not telling us yet, but we know it was serious. It was a knee
I was
injury.
gonna say it. It did
Laporta.
say a lengthy amount of time.
Oh yeah, Laporta high ankle.
So it went
He's-
from high to low ankle. I don't know.
He's day
So-
to day.
We're going to talk about the play, obviously, but
Right.
the sad part about it is that hook and ladder. Watch the end of it.
Yeah, you
That's
see
when
it.
Laporta gets hurt.
You
Yeah.
see it.
So I wonder if it's another injury on top of what he was
What he
already
already
dealing
had.
with. I don't know if it's the same leg or not, but it was clear when it happened. I was
So-
like, ooh.
So you sit him here, and I think this goes for all of them. You got a bye week next week,
Yeah, it went
Yeah,
from
they play Monday night and then the bye week.
Monday night bye week, and then do you sit him out another week and then see where he's at?
everyone hating the early bye week to now I'm like,
Oh, thank God we
let's
had
go
this, right.
early bye week. This
We
is
need
great.
this right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on board with pretty much the entire team. Do whatever you can to get by until late. We know what our goals are, and our goals aren't short term.
Right.
So if you can get by, if you can, if Brock Wright can plug that hole. My main long term concern right now is that edge rusher. Can James Houston step up?
It sounds
Can-
like
He didn't-
it's
he didn't play last
it's Zach
week.
Pascal
Can Pascal, yep.
who's going to be that person.
I think Pascal will be the every down guy.
Is
Obviously-
Houston playing?
He played game 2. He was active game 2.
Yeah.
He's been a healthy scratch the other game. So I think they look at him as strictly a third down pass rusher at this point.
So a little mix of the two of them.
Yeah, and
Yeah, and we are switching it back to Frank here. So we talked a little bit about it, and it's like it's a pack. Like,
Yep.
that's not going to get better. So, do you just have him get surgery? Do you tell like the interview today with Campbell? He's like, yeah, stubborn little brat. Like he wants to play.
Yeah.
We don't want him to play because we don't want to get worse. But it's like, what do you have him do?
Yeah.
You have him play 3-4 games, completely tear it, then he's out for the rest of the season, or hey, go get surgery and you could potentially be back for the playoffs.
Yeah. Wasn't that C.J. Gardner-Johnson last year?
Last year.
So he did it, game 2?
One or two, he did it, and he got back the first game of playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it'll be quicker for Frank because it's not the same range of motion.
yeah,
He's tougher.
I couldn't believe he did it they said he did it in the first quarter.
That's unfucking believable.
But he's also playing with the foot that's all fucked up, and it's just like he's playing through it.
It's also, you wonder what's...
Like, he's a tough son of a bitch. Like, we all know it.
Yes.
I wonder what the partial feels like. I wonder if it just felt like he strained something or
Right,
he knew something wasn't right.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you think about, like, a pec's important for an
Very.
offensive lineman.
Very.
Because you got to reach, you're punching. Like,
Yep.
if you do this range
This
of
is-
motion,
right.
Yep.
it's fucking your pec.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it's not.
Yeah, it's literally a bench press. But
Yes.
And that's how O linemen block. And, like I said, I mean,
So, like,
it's a partial tear. Could it not fully tear? Sure, it's a possibility. But with the amount of again, it's going to continue to get use out of.
I think the thing is do they have something to maintain it? Like your shoulder?
I mean,
or,
they have the shoulder thing.
Right, but is there anything for a pet? Like, no.
No.
There's
Nothing for a
nothing.
pec.
No.
I mean, to like stretch your arm back,
Yeah,
maybe
like a
something,
rotator, yeah.
right? But there's not, and all your. I mean, that's your first thing is
Yeah.
it's all chest,
Now, the good news is we got a guy on the roster that's played plenty of center, and
Yeah.
he's filled in. Glasgow's filled in
and I
before,
I don't think it's the center fill-in.
Yeah.
It's the guard, right? So
Or Glasgow.
is it who's the fill-in?
Sorsdal.
Is it Sorsdal or is it that?
Owasike or
Did that- yeah.
It's those two that are going to be getting the most, and then
Right.
I mean, we drafted Sebastian Manu. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know he's on the roster.
Right.
And they said he's projecting more as potential guard, but I don't know what he's been doing.
Right.
leading up to this
And I
point.
mean, I feel like I'd rather have an interior injury
Yes.
than a tackle.
Yes.
You can kind of hide a left or right guard a little bit more than a right or left tackle.
Yep.
And Glasgow won't. I don't think. I mean, Frank was he pro football focus at 99.
They said he didn't. Some of the people I see that share the grading every week, they said they'd never seen one before. He was in 99.9.
Yeah, and I mean he's just an elite center, right?
And again, he hurt himself in the first quarter. He's still at a 99.9.
99 with the fucked
hell?
up peg. So I mean he's great, So just Phil, I mean that's our strength of our team, right? We need to lean on that O line, and I mean they'll make the right adjustments, they'll make the right moves if it's the best thing for him to get surgery and
Yeah.
move to the next season. That's what it is. But isn't he like due for a contract too? Like
He was.
he was talking about retiring like last year.
Yeah.
So like
he
was
signed
it?
a 3-year? No, he signed.
So-
He signed a 3-year contract.
Okay,
Right?
and he was the
If I
same guy.
remember correctly.
He was the same guy when he got that big contract. He got hurt, and he's like, I have to play because I just got paid.
I got paid.
Yeah.
So if he's available, he's going to be there, and I think Campbell and the coaching staff has nothing but awesome things to say about.
He's a warrior.
Yeah.
I think we get Anzalone back this week, which
Branch is in protocol too.
branches in protocol. I don't think he's going to play. That was I mean we all saw the hit. It was right in the fucking middle of the field.
Yeah.
Although he was having a normal conversation with, I don't know who it was. He was talking to somebody, but it was he didn't look like he was concussed. You can normally see in a guy's eyes very quickly
Yeah.
when they're concussed.
It might have just been a cautious one.
Like
So-
Trey McBride, he
But-
looked a little bit more concussed than
and
Branch.
that's Melifonwu fills in there.
Well, he was out. We don't know if he's
Yeah,
going to
he
play
hasn't-
either.
He hasn't played yet this year. So, but we hope.
That's
We're hoping.
I hope.
Kirby.
He is the other
guy.
Kirby. I was trying to think the other safety we got.
Kirby's low-key having a great year so
Yeah,
far.
2 picks.
Kirby Branch combos. Fucking
Yeah, I love
nasty.
them. Love them. They complement each other so well.
They do. The only other thing I want to talk about is do either of you guys think so? Davenport injured. When we grabbed him, he was an injury-prone player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking the discount player, do you think that
that goes
Surprise,
from-
surprise, Davenport got injured. Do you think that they fucked up in the offseason by doing that instead of spending a little bit more money, which we had for like a Judon? I mean, obviously looking at it now, like, yes, we should have because he's injured.
Yeah, and the moment I say no, I was a little sad when I saw Judon was acquired for a 3rd-round pick.
That was the one that hurt.
Now
when
I
you saw what he was acquired for.
We could we go back and get him for a 3rd-rounder? Let's do it. Yes, he's the only one though. Like I've heard some people get talked about
Hassan
Reddick and Crosby and how much you'd have to give up. And Crosby's one thing because at least you know that he's not a potential locker room cancer and he wants to play. And Reddick,
imagine him and Hutch.
Reddick, his situation's unreal.
See Crosby had his joint before his interview. Like, you can't do that, man. They're like, was that what I thought it was? Yes, yes, it was.
But is that a spot they're going to have to address? I think they might need to. We'll see the next few weeks.
So trade deadline.
I heard a guy thrown out on the radio today. Hendrickson.
Holy shit!
Bengals are 0-3.
That would be huge. Yeah, but what would you have to give away for that though?
They're talking about they're 0-3 and he's in the last year. He'd be a rental, but they might not be resigning him. They might have to tear some things down. I'm like, that would be unreal. And you've seen how cheap you can get rentals at this point.
What is it at mid-season though? Is it more? You have to give a 2nd round for that. And where do we succeed at? Is in the fucking draft.
I think it's all about whether they see him re-signing and whether it be is he gonna
something?
Is he gonna be signing and trading or
Right.
an extension somewhere because that's what happened with Reddick.
Right.
I think the Jets are stupid and we're like, hey, we'll re-sign this guy even though he clearly didn't want to re-sign with the Eagles. Like, I don't know, just ego. Hey,
that would be sick to have him.
Yeah,
that'd be a name to definitely watch.
But
you guys got anything else on lines want to bring up?
Oh,
maybe a certain play or
we talked about how stressful the Michigan game was. I was grateful they got up so early and just
it was kind of a relaxed game.
It was easy on my
and
heart.
like so in years past. So I did want to talk about the defense because in years past when the lines were up, you're like, well, we got to keep scoring
because they're gonna blow it.
I just saw the stat we're only giving up 75 pass yards a game. Yeah. That's fucking insane.
And what's our run defense is like top 5 in the league too.
But that's so people are trying to throw the ball because they can't run it.
Right.
Yep.
And they can't throw it because our
starts.
secondary is
much
improved. I just thought that was an insane stat. 75 yards a game.
I mean, we kept questioning why the D coordinator. Why does he keep getting
Glenn?
Yeah. Why is Aaron Glenn keep getting interviews?
Yeah.
Like their defense sucked.
Yeah.
What was he working with?
Yeah. He didn't have
I mean, go back to his first year. He had corpse that he was playing at safety and corner.
Correct.
And you see what he's done with it, and it's like, okay, we this is our first draft. We gave him something.
Yep.
And look what he's done.
We've been
with
all
it.
offense the last couple years.
It's been nothing but we need to rebuild the lines. We need to do that. Yes.
Yep.
This is the first year he got something, and he got 4 of them.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it is.
Well, he got two in the
draft, 2 in the offseason. Right. So but look what he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude is insane, and I'm glad he stayed for sure.
Yep. And I know what you were hitting at. Hook and ladder.
Yes.
Just so you know, Ben Johnson stole that play from the Red Raiders.
Yeah. Flag football, baby.
Flag football. We have tape to prove it.
Yeah. Exactly the way they ran it too.
Yeah,
But,
man.
Did anyone? In my thing, just like the fake punts, and somehow they find a way to dial these plays up
At the
when you
perfect-
least
I
expect
know.
it. Like I'm sitting there and good play to St. Brown. Oh shit! Oh shit! And,
Man, did you see them watch the play too? You know how they like give them the phone? They're like, did you see the play? Like
rewind it,
yeah, like
show
directly
again.
after. Yeah.
Yep. That was awesome though, and Gibbs finished the job. Got in the end zone. So that was the play Laporte got hurt on. Bummer, but man.
But
how about him?
The perks of that, he was blocking into the end zone.
Blocking in the end zone. Like to talk about a team like that's sick.
We talked week 1 about making sure St. Brown got more involved. That's 2 weeks in a row now. He's been heavy in the offense. Got the first touchdown.
7 for 70, second touchdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shoot. Yeah. Forgot about that. But he got a touchdown.
I didn't.
Montgomery once again was, and I was questioning the Cardinals' defense. They were so many times they had 6 or 7 in the box,
What are you doing?
and we're just looking at it like
Idiots.
doing?
run, untouched.
We're under center with Montgomery in the backfield.
I just you know.
So they did do what you asked them to do. They did go under center.
Yes.
With Monty in the back.
Yes.
Because
I
that's
love
what he
that.
does best. He fucking runs downhill.
Yeah, and he floats like Jesus
You know who?
sometimes.
So
Being carried by 5 linemen.
did you hear him? He was like, "Yeah, I was just laughing the whole time."
It's
Like,
not
what do
often. Not often a football game you'll laugh like that watching a play.
As a running back, you're just like, okay, I'm in the air. We're just floating.
Oh, good. We're moving forward still.
Here we go. I'm glad these guys are stronger than these guys.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, right?
But
Man, that was incredible. Yeah.
it was funny to hear him talk about it afterward too. He said, "They're like, what were you thinking?" He goes, "Honestly, I just started laughing."
Like, I was laughing the whole
He got
time.
like 6 yards there.
Right.
Similar weird stat line thing I've never seen with the hook and ladder. Did you see how they wrote it up in the box score?
Was it receiving and rushing?
So Goff got the touchdown pass, St. Brown got the reception for however many yards, and then Gibbs got 0 receptions, 20 yards, and a touchdown. Did not get a catch.
But he got the yards.
It still shows.
Because he didn't catch the ball.
It's
St.
still-
Brown
yeah.
caught the ball.
And it was his only.
Wait, so did they give St. Brown any of the yardage?
Yeah,
he got the
his
first
reception
yardage,
yards.
and then Gibbs got 0 receptions. 20. So if you look at Gibbs' stat line still, because he didn't have another catch the rest of the game.
So 0
He's
catches,
in the
20
receiver.
yards,
It
a
says
touchdown?
0 catch, 20 yards,
That's-
touchdown.
that's great.
So I wonder if you had him for like
One catch.
one over under half a catch, you're like, oh no, but he got the touchdown, and I
That's-
had him for a touchdown.
Well,
I
so in the
appreciate it.
past, just for fantasy wise, it would all go to the person that would score the touchdown.
Yep.
So you'd be like, "Fuck, Laporta," or not Laporta. St. Brown didn't get anything off of that. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
So
But hey, that's the right way to do it.
Yeah,
I guess they take sack yards
Yep.
away from the no longer from rushing.
So yeah, it's a team loss of yards.
Yeah.
Now the one thing they need to fix, and I saw that I couldn't believe, talking about bad beats. Pat Mahomes this week, his over under rushing yards is like 10, whatever. I guess it was actually like 20. He had like 25 in the first half. Lock, right? Into the game, they were in a situation
The knee.
where they couldn't just knee it 3 times in a row. They had to knee it, but also save eat 2-3
Couple
seconds each play. His last 3 plays of the game was a loss of 4, 4, and 5. Everyone that had over lost.
That sucks.
So I would like to petition the NFL the same way as sacks.
The knee
Knees
shoot
should
didn't
not count as rushing yards for a quarterback. That's terrible. So, FanDuel, MGM, anybody that watches us should change that.
all you
Change
guys
it, motherfuckers.
All you
Cheers.
guys that are watching it.
You're welcome.
But yeah, felt great. We're looking forward to Monday night. Fucking
Yep.
Detroit's gonna be
It'll be
buzzing.
electric
Gonna be
downtown.
buzzing.
Coming off of
Um,
potential Tigers locking up the playoffs.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
and the team that we can't fucking beat.
Yeah.
So I love every second of it.
And they're 3-0.
Get over that hump.
Yes,
Let's do it.
All right, we'll talk about 3-0s. Let's get into the NFL power rankings and how that has changed, if it has changed for any of you guys. Mine just mine's changed.
Mine's changed.
Call it what it is. All right, let's start it back off. We go 1 to 5 because I feel like that's the best way of doing it.
Casey's the one for me.
Let's just go ahead and do it. We always do. Chiefs won.
Chiefs won. I actually debated on moving them.
No,
Just
you didn't.
yes, I did because who I had 2 last week and how they played this week. I did debate it.
Oh,
And if the Chiefs didn't have the refs on their side for most of their game,
but they did.
but they do, and they always will. So that's why they were set at number 1 for me. Number
We're gonna have
2,
the same number 2.
number
I'm
2 is
so mad at
staying.
you.
I got the Bills, man.
Yeah.
They are one of the most exciting teams to watch in football. Josh Allen is a fucking
Okay.
stud to watch.
Who are the receivers?
Exactly.
They have a rookie, Keon Coleman. Shakir
Yeah.
is a slot.
Yeah.
Mac Hollins doesn't own a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy throwing
Yeah.
to?
Kincaid, second year,
All right, they
tight
got-
end.
They have 2 good tight ends with him and Dawson Knox.
For the record, my 2 last week was 49ers, and I said, I'm keeping them there, and I'm expecting them to take some knocks. Well, they took that big knock.
Yeah,
So
they
my
did.
2 is Detroit Lions.
Detroit.
Because you've had him at 3 the whole time.
Yeah.
No, so I'm
Detroit.
sticking with that. Detroit showed me what I needed to see, and I still think love the Bills, and we'll talk about the rest, but Lions are my number 2.
Love it.
Detroit is my number 3.
Who you got?
My 3 is the team you just mentioned, the Bills.
Okay.
3-0, super
So-
impressive.
So if you remember, I did have the Texans there last week.
Yep, so did I.
Bumped them down. Detroit looked good. Texans didn't look great.
Texans got brought back to life to earth
They
pretty
did.
quick.
They did.
It was a rough week for them.
And are the Cardinals good? We thought they were.
Who knows?
But we don't know. But we beat them, and we beat them handily. So they moved to 3. Who you guys got at 4?
This is a toss-up for me. This is like 4 and 5 are question marks.
My thing...
The fact is the teams that should be there are losing, and it's like, do I put them up there because I think they're going to be there at the end? But it's right now. Your window of who it is right now.
It is right now.
I think I'm still not jumping all over the 3-0 teams that aren't expected, like the Steelers or the Seahawks. I'm not super high on either of them. For me, we're probably going to go ahead and pencil in Eagles 2-1. I mean,
I don't hate it.
I mean, again, they won. Devonta Smith got hurt.
Right.
He's throwing to Gesicki, who's a great tight end. Don't even get me wrong.
I mean,
but
no, Goddard. Gesicki's in
Cincy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Goddard had a fucking day, but he lost his 1 and 2.
Weren't there at the end, like.
I mean,
needed to drive to win.
Saquon's just being Saquon with
he's
no line.
so good.
Which is, if they could get those players back,
and no AJ Brown.
Right,
yep.
Right. They don't have him. So I like that call. Is that who you have too, Duff? Or are you going someone else?
Yeah. They were going to be. This is my 4 and 5 were a toss up. I'm going to put them there. I think they're a better football team than my 5th team. So,
and it's could you go Vikings 3-0? No. Could you go Steelers 3-0? Seahawks 3-0? There's some teams that are trying to get into it.
The Vikings are in my top 5. They're my 5th team. Yeah,
and even my 5th team, I'm picking similar to why I picked the 49ers last week. I'm still going with actual.
I didn't pick my 4th team yet. So
shoot. Okay.
I'm keeping the Texans up there.
Ooh.
I am.
Ooh.
Because injuries, I think they're coming back this week, and they're going to prove why they're tough.
Mixon was out. And,
I mean, you had... Who's running the ball?
It wasn't Mixon. It was Akers.
Akers.
Yeah.
Who they just picked up how many weeks ago?
Yeah.
So that's. I mean, I know running backs, but
CJ Stroud bounced back.
I agree.
You haven't seen him have many bad weeks in his career.
And
so that is why the Vikings are at my 5th, because they're playing good defense right now. They are playing lights out defense, and I hope he comes back down to life for our sake.
But Darnold's balling right now.
Darnold's fucking balling.
He's playing well.
Trust me, I fucking went against Aaron Jones in fantasy football. That kicked me right in the face.
Yeah, Aaron Jones,
along with
Jefferson.
Who plays Juwan Jennings?
Yeah, man.
I don't want to bring it up, but Naylor, man, 3 games, 3 touchdowns. You guys both are in our fantasy league.
Yep.
He's a stud, man. He's playing well.
Yep. And that's going to be their
3. I mean, he could be there too. Addison, I don't really know what's going on. I don't really know what's going on with him, but yeah, man, they look good. They're my 5 as well.
My 5,
which I hate to say that, but they look good.
It's tough for my 5. I almost want to go with one of the 1 and 2s, but I'm not going to do it just out of principle of being 1 and 2 because I still think it's going to be the 49ers or the Ravens.
100%.
But right now, I'm still going to stick with the Texans as well.
Yeah.
I dropped them a little, but I think they bounce back this week in a big way.
I mean, I think the Ravens. I think they're incorporating Derrick Henry. If you guys, I don't know if you guys watched.
Yeah.
Henry looked Henry.
That's what. Yeah.
But they went to the offense where he went under center and they run downhill. He's not a shotgun running back.
Does Henry line up further back than other running backs?
He's got longer strides.
I just feel like he's back at an extra yard to get that momentum, and it's only him. I don't see anyone else looking like they're that far back.
The other thing with them that's tough why I didn't put them at 5 is they played the Cowboys. Everybody beats the Cowboys. So
not in the regular season, just in the playoffs.
It's funny. I enjoy seeing them struggle, especially all the stuff came out after Derrick Henry ran crazy on him about why they didn't sign Derrick Henry themselves. He has the same agent as Dak Prescott, and they just couldn't afford to pay him. But they're paying what's his name, Trey Lance, a guaranteed contract. So
I thought Dak got his contract.
No, Trey Lance has. I'm just saying as a backup.
Oh.
They couldn't afford to pay Derrick Henry.
Oh.
Same agent as Dak. Would have been so easy. He's from there.
Yeah.
And rumors where he bought a house, just crazy that they're riding Zeke Elliott, Dowdell. And
I am so glad if Henry, who's one of my favorite football players ever that I've ever watched, because I just love him.
He's a beast.
But if he would have went to the Cowboys, I would have been so crushed.
Been tough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crushed. Because I hate them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do not like the Cowboys, but hey, I love them in the purple and black, throwing up that crown. So
Honorable mention, which I think is climbing the rankings
So many of
because
them.
they're playing. You had mentioned the Steelers. They're not there for you yet. They're not there for me yet.
is Fields legit?
He's doing what he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Is he gonna
Take care of the
lose his
ball.
job when
No, but
when Russ gets back dressed up? You
No.
know,
I think Russ is back already. And
Yeah,
you,
I was
you,
gonna say.
you can't pull him with if he keeps winning.
If
he's
hot.
taking care of the football, and they're playing good defense.
I love it because fuck Chicago. I'm so happy about it. I am so happy.
I am too.
Also, I mean, and a mobile quarterback that's taking care of the ball, riding the defense, and not making mistakes. Alex Orji, let's do it.
Yeah.
Take notes.
So you see it.
Take notes.
Yeah.
It happens, and
They're yellow and black instead of maize and blue.
they have a model of success. Just it works.
Yes.
Now, is it going to take him to a Super Bowl? Is it going to take him to a Natty? Probably not. But
You can win some games, have some
Make the
fun.
playoffs,
In the meantime. All right. I mean, we are pretty long here. We might need to get moving a little bit.
I'm not long.
We try to keep it. Got that. Try to keep it under an hour for you guys. We might be a little bit long here. All right. So we're gonna get to over under. Any other things you want to talk about NFL wise before we move on?
No, let's get to the over-unders.
Yeah, you would want to get to the over unders. Our winner last week was Duff again.
all right, let's get to next week's.
You get to go through it all, just like I'm gonna have to go through it with the picks. Callie got 3 correct out of the possible 10. Duff, by hitting the first touchdown, was our winner with 7, and I had 6. Only had 2 wrong in the categories, but I didn't hit the first touchdown, so that's only going to be worth 1 point moving forward, just so everybody knows, because that should happen.
I did my best. That's all that
You
matters.
did. So St.
Hater.
Brown under. You guys both took the under for St. Brown.
No, we took the over.
Oh, sorry. I had to read how I was written. 95 yards is what it was. He hit 75 and a touch. You guys both took the over. He was under. Laporta, 45 yards. We all took over. He was 36. Bummer.
Because he got hurt.
JMO, you guys were smart. 75 was way too much for him. He had 9. You both took the under. I took the over because I wanted to see some excitement for JMO. Goff, 265. He was under. We all got. Montgomery, 62.5. He was well over that with 105. We all took that. Gibbs, 95 all-purpose. You guys took the under. Ooh, what did I do? I took the over. Hutch, 1.5 sacks. He had 1. That was me and Duff got that.
Can't believe you guys are cheering against him.
We didn't. We were cheering for that one. Team interceptions, 1.5. Was under at 1, which Duff and I got that. And the first touchdown went to Monty. You had St. Brown, I had Gibbs, and Duff came out with the dub with that
Funny
one.
thing is we had the first, the second, and the third
I know,
touchdown.
I love it. I mean, it's great. It's great. All right, so we'll be quick with this one. I'm going to switch to another screen so I can write it down. And we have the same thing. We have St. Brown, 95 yards.
Over.
I'll let you go first this time so you don't think I'm taking yours.
Just for the first touchdown.
It's only for the first touchdown, you cheater.
What you got, Duff? Over, under?
95. I am going to say under.
He did that just because he didn't want to have the same pick.
It is Monday. I think Monday night, St. Brown performs in the big games.
He loves the prime time.
He's going over. We got Jared Goff. This is a new one. Rushing yards.
How many?
4.5.
Oh.
He has 7, 6, and 5 in his first 3 games.
Yeah, wait. Oh,
Did you see him? Did you see him point that?
Looking like a gazelle, baby. That's all I know.
Did you see him after the play?
No. What did he do after?
He stood up and he gave that
The first down?
first down.
How many times does he get to do that in his career?
Dude,
That
Not
you
too
might do
often.
the first time.
And the funny, it was a little delayed
It was-
reaction. He clicked. He was like, "Oh shit, I get to do this. I get to do this."
Did you guys watch the St. Brown podcast?
No.
They had Sherman on.
Oh no, I didn't. Oh,
Richard?
I caught a clip of it.
They had Goff on first, and they were asking Goff what the hardest you've ever been hit, and it was Sherman on the sideline when he was with the Rams,
Okay.
and Sherman was with, and he goes, "Yeah, my goal was to dive for the pylon, and He got me. And Sherman was like, I don't know what he was thinking. I was waiting for him to step out of bounds.
Idiot. 4.5.
Oh, fucking A.
I love.
See, I'm getting better at this. You see it? I'm hitting right where you want it to be.
He's been running like crazy. He got that first down marker. I think he's for sure not going to get it.
Yeah, I'm going under.
Under? Both of you going under?
Yeah.
He'll have one run. I'm taking the over.
He is going to have one run. It's gonna be
that's what it is. Is it 3 yards or is it 7? You know?
It's going to be a 3rd and 2. He's going to trip at 2.5 yards for first down.
Just running in slow-mo. All right, J-Mo. We had to tame it back a little bit. 50.5 yards.
Over for me. Because I took the under on St. Brown. I think J-Mo's going to have a big game.
I think he's going to be over. It's going to be close to it. I don't expect. It's a bounce back day for J-Mo.
I'm gonna go over as well. Goff passing yards 235.
Over
this week.
I'm channeling the past Seahawks games.
Go over as well. Monty 85 rushing yards.
Under.
85. I mean, it's tough to go 100 back to back, but he can get 86.
He went over last week.
I know. I guessed it that he was going over.
I think he has a good day.
Yeah, I think he has a good day. I think we throw the ball a little bit more, which.
You took under, right?
I took under.
Yeah, I'm going to say under. Fuck.
I'm going over.
And I mean,
let's keep it rolling, baby. Gibbs 95 all purpose. It's been the one he's been right on it every game.
Over. It's the all-purpose.
So we got 20 yards for that hitch and pitch.
But no catches.
If he didn't get that yardage, he would have been under.
Fuck.
I don't see multiple weeks in a row where he doesn't get more catches.
He's more involved in the pass game. Over.
Over?
Laporta. Under.
He got kicked. He's not on there. I think I'm going to take the under with Gibbs because I've been over with every pick. Hutch, 1.5 sacks.
Shit.
Over this week.
You guys would.
He gets 2.
I'm going to go under. And my thought is, who's on the other side?
I'm under as well.
I need the other side to step up.
He's going against 2-3 guys every time. The fact that he got a sack last week was incredible.
What I love, too, about that sack, on a random side note, is it wasn't against the second or the third string. He was rushing off the right side against Paris, the Ohio State tackle.
That was the guy that he fucked up back in the...
Ate him up.
Yeah, I love it.
So,
team interceptions, same number, 1.5. Gino's been slinging it.
Man, and he is... Some of Gino's best games of his NFL career have been against the Lions. He's props to him. He's looked so poised.
This one's not let me down yet. I'm going under.
And my part of my decision is secondary's a little banged up. Is Brian Branch going to play or not? If you told me Branch is playing, I'd feel better about it. But I'm probably going to go under.
Probably going to go, or are you going under?
I'm going under.
Kirby's out there still. He's the one sucking them balls up.
Ball hawking.
Sucking them balls up?
Ball hawking.
Why'd you get so excited when you said that? I still got under. I think we get one, though.
Okay, I'm under as well. Every time Kirby Joseph gets a pick in my group chat, I send a picture of Kirby from Nintendo just inhaling things. Sucking it up. Sucking them the balls. Bates missed kick.
0.
0.5.
0. Under.
So for the record, we took this off last week,
and
he missed an extra point.
I got blamed of him missing the extra point because of it. So he's back on.
For anyone watching at home, I think we're all just going to probably pick zeros, but we also don't want to be responsible for any more missed kicks. So
yep.
Under.
Are we all under?
I'm under for sure.
All right, good. Under.
You were the only one that was over the first time.
Believe in you, Bates. Yeah.
You were the only one that said, fuck this guy.
Yep.
He's missing. You said he's going to miss one right before the half.
Are we counting any kicks, field goals, or extra points?
Just a missed kick.
Miss kick.
Yeah, under.
And the last one is touchdown. You can pick the same thing as another player,
No,
but
can't.
who will have Detroit's first tutty?
Go ahead. I don't want to go first. I don't want to be blamed.
Montgomery.
J-Mo.
J-Mo, that's who I was going to take, but I will change that because I'm not a bitch.
Pussy.
I'm I'm going to take Saint. What'd I say? He's going to have a fucking game.
He will.
All right. Those are your over-unders. I will keep track of that. Right now, Duff is whooping ass. I think he has 16. Callie's got 10. I have 13 correct.
For the record, too, none of us picked Gibbs. He's scoring first.
I hope so.
That's
I'm
just
okay
how it's going
with
to go.
Yeah. Bonus points if anyone takes Brock Wright. Anybody? You can get 3 points. 4 points? No? All right.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe.
Pass.
That's your...
Listen, he's almost had 2 touchdowns.
You watch.
He's gotten tackled.
You
at the
watch. He's
2-yard
gonna,
line twice.
fucking get it this week. All right, that's your over under this week. Again, none of these are what any of the fucking betting websites have. This is
Either
just me.
way, you don't want to fucking take our betting advice.
Maybe Duffy's. He's been fucking crushing it.
No, because if you take my advice, that's when they start losing.
No, it's when you bet it.
That's fair.
You're not
right.
betting
That's
these.
fair.
This is just in here. If
Touche.
you were to bet
I
it, we would lose them all.
We're losing them all. So,
All
do
right.
the opposite of what I would do.
All right. To you, Duff.
All right, brings us to our picks. Last week, Callie had a great week last week.
See.
Josh is still
Not terrible at everything.
struggling. Callie went 6-2. I went 5-3. Josh went 4-4.
50%,
500.
baby. Let's go.
50%. So we'll start, since we kicked off the Tigers, we're going to go with the Tigers-Rays game today, which
Currently in a delay, so we're not even
currently
cheating.
in a weather delay, so we're not cheating. Tigers -1.5. I'm going to take the Tigers.
Schoolboy.
Schoolboy day.
Give me the Tigers.
You got to take him.
Okay, Josh is
Eat 'em
going
up, Tigers.
in case you didn't hear it. Thursday night, Dallas at Giants. So the Giants actually looked like a
Normal team
normal
for the
fucking
first time.
football team
Yeah,
for
holy
the first
shit.
time. Amazing what a really good receiver does.
He's good.
Neighbors is impressive.
He's good.
He's impressive.
He's good.
And Danny Dimes looks like a normal quarterback.
This is one of those where it's like everything in my head says Dallas is going to get back on track, but because what happens if you go in and get embarrassed or what? They're 1-3. Is their coach in trouble? Like
McCarthy?
that's 1-3.
McCarthy
losing
did,
to a rival.
he didn't get fired over those stupid fucking mistakes in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they also didn't have Bill Belichick just
Waiting in the wings.
lurking around, and Jerry just wants to throw money at him.
Yeah.
What's the spread? I didn't.
4.5.
And it's at Dallas.
It's at Giants. I'm going Giants.
I think Dallas finds a way to win, but they don't cover. Give me the Giants.
Cowboys. This is why I'm 4-4.
Boo! I think this is gonna be a really good football game to watch on Sunday night. Buffalo at Ravens.
Ooh. Two teams I like a lot.
-2.5 Ravens
So,
You said in Baltimore, right?
in Baltimore.
give me the Ravens.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
In my opinion, Buffalo's.
Man, that first half was it's still fresh in my mind.
So I think I think this is gonna be a tough-nosed football game.
It's gonna be a great game.
Yeah,
I'm
and
excited to watch that.
Buffalo might lose, but it might be last second field goal.
Yeah,
to
That's what
Tucker.
they're thinking.
Actually, I lied. Tucker sucks this year.
Hey, they're in my number 2 team. I'm going Bills.
Son of a bitch! Can I change my
I'm happy
pick?
I can pick up one on each of you guys.
Can I
that
change
one.
my pick?
Yeah, stop copying me, man.
And here it goes for a really great Monday night game along with the Lions.
Oh.
Tennessee at Miami.
I'm so happy we play at the same time as that, so I don't got to watch that.
Fucking A. Tennessee is favored.
People-
-1.
People in Tennessee and Miami aren't even going to watch that fucking
No, they're
game.
gonna watch the fucking Lions game.
Yeah.
What did you say it was?
-1. Tennessee is favored.
Oh, gross. Huh.
I mean, I think Miami still has a adequate.
Who's
deep-
their quarterback? Miami. Because
Oh,
what's
wait.
his
It's,
nuts
They
is
don't even
dying.
know.
It's Tim Boyle.
Yeah. So give me Tennessee.
Give me Tennessee. As bad as Will Levis is.
We all saw that video. Levis is a hammer.
Which video are you alluding to?
You know which video. Oh, give me Levis.
You know what video I mean.
Who's that?
Wi-Fi's here.
Okay,
We don't need it.
we're good.
But who'd you take? The hammer?
Give me the hammer.
Thor's hammer?
He likes mayo, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Mayo and
His girlfriend does too.
ex-girlfriend.
Miracle Whip.
Really? They broke up?
Yeah.
She had good form. She looked nice.
Real talent.
Who are you going? I'm sorry.
We're off the tracks.
Are you taking Thor's hammer too?
Reel it in.
All right.
picks to make.
And that brings us to our boys in Detroit at home Monday night. The Lions are favored by 4 against a 3-0 Seattle team.
Over.
Wrong game.
Shit.
I can't.
Detroit.
Yeah,
You said 4?
4.
Give me the Lions.
All right, we are all have faith in our boys here for Monday night in Detroit. Let's go to the ugly green team in East Lansing. The Michigan State Spartans are home against Ohio State.
Oh, shit.
Minus 24.5. Not enough.
Give me the Spartans, baby.
I
I don't know why I said that.
I don't either.
I never said that before in my life.
You know that they were literally trying to hand the ball to Boston College.
They really were.
who did I take last week? Spartans?
I think we all took.
Yeah, because
No, we all
we all
took
took
BC.
Boston College, and Spartans covered.
they did.
Yeah, we all took BC.
Yeah, barely.
24.
No, they're not covering 24 against Ohio State.
Are they home or are they in that
They're
ugly
home.
shoe?
They're
Oh,
home.
man.
I hate both. Give me the Spartans.
Losers. That's so
Ohio
bad.
State losing would.
They're not losing to Michigan State. They looked horrendous again.
Yeah.
That's just. Can they cover the 24?
And we are
I
home
just
one more
fuck Ohio
time
State.
before the boys in blue hit the road. Michigan at home against Minnesota. Minus 9.5. I think this is a... when they didn't cover against Arkansas State, I was very irritated. This is a fuck you game, I hope.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Michigan.
Nobody is going to be rowing the boat this weekend. Give me Michigan.
I'm forced to take Minnesota because I took USC last week and they won.
This is why you're 4-4.
That's okay.
I don't
He's
care.
allowed to. This
But-
one I
but
won't
what
make
am I
fun of
al-
him for.
What am I also though?
This is
support
okay.
it.
You're a homer.
What was their second fucking thing? Superstitious.
I support it.
So
That's fair.
I will take them as
No
long as they
talking
keep
about it.
winning.
Don't talk
I
about
support
it.
it.
You're
Go Blue.
being about it. I love it.
Be about
So that wraps us up. Tigers game should be hopefully
Still in the delay.
Starting
resuming
in
here
minutes.
soon. But if you are still listening, thank you again. Like, comment, share. Let us know if there's something you want us to talk about. I believe we are going to have our first guest next week.
Yep.
We'll probably resume on Wednesday,
Yep.
if I can
Yeah,
imagine.
Wednesday, Thursday. Then
Yep.
It'll be Wednesday. I can't do Thursday next week. He can't do Thursday next week either.
Why can't I do Thursday night?
We have a golf outing.
Oh.
So,
Still golf season. You're
coming
right.
to you from the golf outing.
I mean, we'll do it. If you want us to do
We're
it,
on
we'll do
hole
it.
7.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll talk shit to who's golfing with us. Ground and Devo? Yeah, we'll talk shit to him.
I could record the whole thing in a golf cart. I'm just saying, I would have a great time.
I mean, we can do it.
Yeah,
we
well,
just don't know how to take this whole thing on the road.
Right, it'll be from and fun.
Yeah, it'll be an iPhone. It will be shitty coverage. But anyways, please like, comment, share for us.
Yes.
We appreciate you. I am going to get Red Bull to eventually sponsor us.
Tito's.
Did you tag her? You didn't tag her in the video.
No, I didn't. Shoot. Next time.
All right, here we go. We're tagging you in this video.
Tito's, Red Bull,
Tito's, Red Bull.
Rhino. What else we want to do?
We don't want Rhino. I don't need
Lions.
Go blue. Go
Go
Detroit.
blue. Forward down the field. Eat 'em up, Tigers.
Go.
See you guys.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes